What's up, everybody?
Hello.
Jughead'z juice here, of course.
Yep.
We haven't did a video in a while, and we're going to do a video today talking on a topic that is affecting a lot of people in this country, and with the system that we have put in place involving hemp and business.
We've escaped this for a while. We were smart enough for a long time, and we were outlasting quite a few of the people who got started in this business in Tennessee 5 years ago, and it has finally hit us now.
Everybody we've known has been affected, whether it's through PayPal, Square, Venmo, various payment companies or options available to where if you're in the hemp, CBD, business, farmer,
Cannabis business of any
store,
sort.
100% legal, all 50 states, but they're shutting people down left and right. And it's happened to everybody we know over the last year. We hadn't been messed with. So we was going to make a video. We've looked at other options for a long time because we
Knew it was coming.
Knew it was going to come eventually. There's no way that one person can just keep doing business and everybody else shut down, especially when you're making buys and sells from people who have been shut down. Eventually, they're obviously working them chains
to
and
connect
shutting
all of
everybody
that
down. We've looked at other options, but we don't see nothing enticing, nothing
really truly viable for our business. We talked with a processor that deals with high risk businesses such as CBD, hemp, adult entertainment, vape shops, MLM. They deal with all of that kind of stuff, and talked with them this morning on the phone, and they said that, well, their website's not up to date, but they actually just got affected also. They're no longer allowed to deal with people in the cannabis industry of any sort, whether it's marijuana or hemp. And the reason being is because, well, companies such as CVS or Walgreens or Walmart, all of them, they've got millions of dollars, and banks are more likely to mess with them because they've got the backing, whereas businesses like us that are smaller, even though our business has scaled, we're still considered high risk because we don't have that backing.
Well, we realized is, like with everybody who had been shut down before us, they were bigger businesses than us, and I think they've been working down the chain. People who took off early in this business, the forerunners, they let them do groundwork. They let them get out there and, the CBD and hemp boom. They let, the smaller bottom feeder people do the hard work, and now they've signed this big farm bill, and what we see is big business center, and we see, like she said, Walmart, Walgreens, all these big companies have already put out there in the last month, 2-3 months, that they're about to get into CBD, hemp,
Kroger's,
and so they're going to step in with the big money and just wipe everybody else out, where you can't even do proper business on this, make sales, buy stuff.
So we're really curious because we've been watching this over the last 5 years. We've been watching it come down the pipe and seeing other people be affected, and we've read the law and we've understood kind of how to fit in through the loopholes and stuff. But once you start doing business and people start getting shut down, they start tracing that, and there's no running from it at that point. But what we're wanting to ask is, what do you see happening in this industry? We were asking the question, what do you see happening? What do you see coming? Do you have any recommendations for processors? And if so, what's the history on that? Are they dealing with them? Are they dealing with small businesses? Are they dealing with high risk? And not just recommendations, but just ultimately, I guess the biggest question is where do you see this industry going? What do you see happening in America for the future of cannabis?
They've allowed us to have this, but they in my opinion, they had a plan the whole time. You know, it started by specials, news stories,
Yep.
kids with epilepsy and stuff, and then it just took off, you know, booming to where it wasn't about Cheech and Chong, it wasn't about smoking weed and getting high anymore. It was all these medicinal values, which we believe in very much, and
About changing the mindset around it. It's not just getting high, it's now a medicine.
And then, you know, we've been in the hemp program every year here in Tennessee where it was 30 people the first year, 40 and 60 people. Last year we had 120. This year there's over 3,000 people signed up into the program. So it's a whole different animal, whole different game. But when you're not allowed to make sales or buy stuff, when 70% of all sales or more is off credit cards, online, banking, all that, and they're blocking people left and right. I mean, we can't depend on this business to go on to where you got a Western Union people money to get product or MoneyGrams, all this weird way of exchanging money. That's not proper. To have a full legal business that we're going to promote as part of the reason to make America great again, well, we got to be able to conduct
Proper business. I mean,
Yeah.
it's been quoted before. I want to say maybe Wall Street Journal. There was somebody that had quoted at one point that being in the cannabis industry, it is the most unprofessional industry to be in as a business person because we are not able to properly do business because of federal banking laws. And with that being the case, okay, so what does the future of America look like? If we're going to make America great again with hemp, with cannabis, if it goes legal fully, then what does that mean for small America? What does that mean for small town America? You know, all these people, we got 3,000 people signed up in our program. How are they going to be able to properly conduct business and pay taxes if we can't even use the banking system?
You got people here in Tennessee, which I hope it works for them, planting hundreds and hundreds of acres, which could possibly be millions and millions and millions of dollars of product.
Could be.
Are they going to have to sell it all using cash?
Cash under the table? How are we doing
I mean,
this?
this not logical, and I mean, but I guess it could happen. But what buyer is coming with $30 million of cash to buy your field, and you're gonna sit there and count all this money? And I mean, it's crazy. But that's what we're looking at if something ain't fixed. And
Yeah.
now all these people are entering, and they're buying all their seeds and supplies and stuff for their fields and doing all this, and they're investing
so much money, but what are they going to get back out of
they
it?
plan on getting stuff back come fall time, winter time, you know, next
That's what they're
spring,
planning
harvest,
on.
selling, doing all that. But if you're not able or allowed, you
I mean,
know,
if you've got places like Walmart, CVS, Kroger's, all these big businesses that are getting into it and saying that they're going to sell it, tell me, what price do you think they're going to be selling it at, and how do you think they're going to market it? What do you think the quality of it is going to be? You know, my personal belief, I believe it's going to be cheap. It's going to be poor quality. People are going to get sick. Those are my beliefs. It doesn't have to be yours. Maybe you've got a different view, and I'm
we
open
can't
to
depend
that.
on the people who's kept this from us for 85 years to come take it over and give it to us in its pure form. When they wouldn't allow us to have it, now
They've
they're
kept us
allowing
from
us to
it.
have it. Now they want to get in and be our dealer or supplier when they wouldn't let us have it. There's a trick.
The white coat that got you hooked on opiates is now wanting to be the white coat that gives you cannabis.
And we don't
Really,
want that.
dude?
We don't want that.
No. No, thank you.
Doctors don't
No,
prescribe
thank
people
you.
fruits and vegetables, and I don't want them prescribing my herbs either.
But if you have a doctor that does that, I'd probably stay with that doctor because that's probably actually a really legit good doctor. I will say that. There's a few out there, not many.
But 95%
There's
ain't
few.
gonna do that because insurance, you're not getting no kickbacks, you're not getting anything. the customer's going to start doing herbs, feeling good. They're probably not going to come back to the doctor, so there goes the doctor fee visit. You know, so it's. But if that doctor really cares about his patients, and he truly, when he took the Hippocrates oath, if he truly did that, he will be leading you towards the natural way. He will be trying to find the things that can lower your blood sugar, that's not metformin pills and all this, and get you regulated, because you can. But you can't when you eat fast food and sit in front of a TV all day and stop your colon up, and you can't digest. You're never going to be healthy, well, and a sound mind. It's impossible. That's the whole design of this system: keep people miserable, suffering, and as long as we're in them two things, we're not going to get along. We're not going to get together. We're not going to team up and take on the system.
And when the same system that created this, the same people that created this system, when they step in and they take control of this plant, where is America headed to? What are we going to see? What's going to happen? Like, I don't know, y'all. Just.
So we want anybody got advice. We've looked, like I said, we've looked at various credit card processing, all this. If anybody has any tips or advice, or we're open to anything right now.
Suggestions, recommendations.
We're not closed off. We're looking into stuff. We liked what we used on Square because of the amount of keeping up with our stuff and the ease of it and
simplicity, everything. It was amazing.
So now we're looking at way more work on keeping up with stuff and
going back to the old school.
And maybe that's better. Maybe that's how it's supposed to be.
Are we going back to trade and barter? Is that what's happening? Does anybody else see that? I'm curious. Like, is that what it's coming down to? We got to go back to the old school with trade and barter. You got a service, you got a good, you got something you can provide me, you got what I want, I got what you need. Is that what's going to happen?
I just hope electricity companies start accepting hemp as payments and, house bills and all that, because we're trying to grow enough to pay our bills, but if we can't exchange it for money to pay it, I just hope they start. Yeah, I'll take 20 pounds of hemp for your payment this month, or whatever, If not, I don't know what we're going to do.
Anyways, this is just a video, a call to see what everybody else is thinking, and this is, what we're seeing in the industry. It's what we've been seeing come down for 5 years, and we were lucky and blessed enough to be in business for as long as what we were, and, to sort of avoid it, I guess. But now this is here, and we're open to anything and everything, whatever suggestions you got, and let's get through this together, I guess.
And we know deep within, like, this plant, what it means. It's more, way more on a spiritual side than the physical, and we're seeing all this stuff in the physical with it. Money, greed, all these, people are stepping in now who the last few years, when it was just research, not fully legal per se, it was in a more of a gray area than it is now.
They mocked it, made fun of you, said you weren't going to get anywhere.
That's silly. Now they're investing in it. They're putting
money in it. Oh, my uncle's got 20 acres, 100 acres, 500 acres. You didn't care about it until you got on the news and saw that they were making stories about it and telling you can make hundreds of thousands of dollars off of an acre.
So if money's the reason you're in it, it's
kind of the wrong reason.
I wish you luck, but it's not the right reason to be in it for right now. We have an epidemic of health going on. We have an epidemic of spirituality going on, and this is something that's very vital that's been missing, that has led to the epidemic because of the lack of. Now we're having possibly an abundance of it coming, and then all the greedy people, they want their money, they want this, they want this. Well, there's going to have to be a.
And people getting locked into contracts, before the seed is even in the ground, or before the clone's even in the ground, getting locked into a contract that, hey, when this is harvested, I want X amount of dollars. Well, when you've got so many people into it, How can you promise that money? How are you going to count your eggs before they've even hatched?
And then you're going to have to get cash for it and sell it on this, do this, and it's going to be out of control.
Wanting people to make promises you
This
can't
is what
even
they
keep.
want. They want it out of control. I mean, that's what they're setting up.
Or at least that's what we think.
That's what we think. We're crazy a little bit, but you know, everybody we know has been affected. We've been affected, and we're just trying to look deeper into this. Like, what are they doing? Why would they be doing this?
What's the angle?
And we know it's controlled. It's been controlled for over 85 years, and now we're
2,000
going to
years.
freely have it.
Yep.
For the most part, a lot of people think, oh yeah, well now it's free. It's free. No, it's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's not free.
It's not free. It's going to come with a price.
It never has been. It never will be.
There's a lot of people who are going to sell it and sell it and sell it and sell it, but when it comes down to it, are they really going to defend it? Are they going to defend this plant? Are they going to defend what it means? Are they going to defend what it stands for? Are they going to defend your health? Their health? Are they going to defend any part of it at all? That's what you got to look at, I guess. Those are the people you want to deal with and support more than anything. Find those people. Wherever they're at in your community, find those people. Cling tight and make a community with those people. That's what we need right now. Whole country.
We've had to fight for this for a long time. And, you know, yeah, that took going to the state capitol, doing this, talking, making phone calls, meetings. Not that it was us, it was a group of people, a collective. A lot of people have been working on this to get freedom. But we haven't been working to set up a system to where it's like, oh, we can start a business, do all this, and get locked out, and then can't do business. Now we got to go back and get a restaurant job or whatever.
It forces you back into the underground, does it not? Like when they lock you out of banking systems, banks won't touch you, you can't deal with this, can't have accounts here, can't run proper business. Where does that send you? Back to the underground. Right? I don't know.
So give us some tips out there, y'all.
Yep.
What do you think? Because we've tried a little bit of everything. We've looked into a lot more processors. We've read different things. Some may be a little interested, but is there any one out there that we've missed that's not mainstream or something that we could use here to run business off of? Or is it just go back to old school and just cash and run it the best we can off that? Any tips, suggestions, ideas, hit us up, message us, comment.
We've used Square, we've used PayPal, Payment Cloud was suggested and they can't do it either.
Stripe, Venmo, Google Pay.
All of it. The big ones. So if there's a small one out there that's willing to step out and take that risk with you, I want to know who they are.
We've been
Let
told
us
to hit
know.
up local banks, see if they can run the process and do all this. We'll figure something out, but we wanted to get some, if any of y'all have any
Feedback.
information.
Yep.
We like connecting and getting ideas from other people because we don't claim to know it all.
Nope. We just got tons of crazy ideas. All right, y'all. Y'all have a great and hippie day.
Hit us
Stay
up.
aware. Stay
Peace.
tuned in. Bye.